Hello, my name is Lizette Romero, and I'm going to be doing my reflection journal on lesson 2, topic empowerment. Overall, I feel like I got a lot from this topic of empowerment. The articles, especially specifying on social entrepreneurship, and really like giving an example of how that looks in an actual organization like the Cambodian Children's Fund. I felt it was really nice to see the connection and how these organizations really are built strategically to create change. I definitely felt like I definitely got that from the readings. And then thinking about the community assessment, I was really surprised. I ended up doing it on the community that I live in and the city that I live in, Los Angeles, and I was just really surprised by the financial aspect of the expectation of someone to make finances here in Los Angeles and what it should be able to cover. Because honestly, I feel that it is unrealistic. I honestly have been trying to buy a house for the past few years. And even though I qualified for a really good loan, that wasn't enough for the standard that I was looking for. And it's a basic standard too. Space for my children to play outside in a yard. And I'm not getting this in Los Angeles. And that's what's very unfortunate, because as an educator and my husband working in the medical field, you would think that would be something that would be sustainable here in Los Angeles and something that could be attainable, but unfortunately it's not. I also was very surprised at the fact that the charter school system is very popular here in Los Angeles compared to public schools, K through 12. It's like 100 and something to 1,000 charter schools. Compared to 1,000 charter schools, I do feel I'm a little biased to the charter school system just because I do work for a charter school system. And I honestly feel that the charter school system does give that empathy sense that is needed for us to cultivate in our students and our families so that we could really make that impact. And it also goes back to, something as simple as culturally relevant teaching. And that's something that wasn't even something that or something that's rather new, when in reality, children learn from their experiences. Children learn from people that experience the same things that they do. And so I feel that when you do give that content, it's more receptive. And unfortunately, I feel that the public school system has so many restrictions when it comes to culturally relevant teaching and other practices that really impose or even deny kids the ability to attain that quality education. In the video about gang violence, Nelsa suggests that the opposite of violence is nonviolence, rather it's empowerment. I think that it takes a lot for a person to be nonviolent. It takes a lot for a person to not resort to violence. I think that having that empowerment to have difficult conversations really creates restorative change. And I think that that's something that I kind of learned in the public school system. And we're doing more of restorative justice here, where children are actually, or students are actually taking time to learn about their actions, even the root of their actions, and really providing equitable solutions. And that's something that you don't get with violence. So I do agree with it to a certain extent. I am a child that was brought up in, I guess the hood, you could say. So I also see those opportunities where people just kind of resort to things. But it's all about what people learn. If we're teaching our kids about restorative change, then in the future we're going to have people that have difficult conversations, and that's very encouraging. So I feel that with that encouragement, it also comes empowerment comes.